Welcome to Outback Outdoors. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.
Hola.
First morning here in Nebraska, and it is cold this morning. It was probably down to 28 degrees last night, which is awesome. We're gonna walk out here and get on our glassing point and get behind the binos. We don't normally see something and go after it right away. Normally we're watching bucks and gauging what's in the area, and then a lot of times we'll watch them go into an area, a series of draws, and then we'll, when it gets later and the sun gets higher and we don't see them come out, we'll move in and actually find them in their bed, and then make a plan and stalk them. But it's always, this first morning's always awesome because you get back up here and get your eyes acclimated, and yeah, so I'm excited to get behind the glass and find a good mule deer buck. What do you think, little buddy?
I don't know.
Get your coffee. That looks delicious.
It's delicious and nutritious.
Who do you think's gonna see the first mule deer buck?
I already saw one.
Oh, you're a jerk.
So,
Don't ever try and have a competition of seeing animals with snoops, because you will lose. Beautiful morning. So what we'll do is we'll sit here and I'll try and show you the way these draws work. These deer will come. You can't probably see, there's a little tree back over here, and the cottonwood. There's some ag on the other side of that, and these deer will start funneling out as the sun starts to rise, and they'll drop into these draws, and they'll tend to feed just a little bit, and then we can watch them drop in. So it's kind of cool. This morning there's hardly any wind, which makes it much more comfortable, because normally when the wind picks up it's quite cold. But go to glassing. I got a pheasant, a cock rooster. Guess that's redundant. Well, what do you think?
I think I've seen 11 does and one buck.
Do we want to go around and come off that point?
I think they probably all are just down in the stuff already.
Down into hollers?
Well, let's go over there then. Stop fiddle farting around.
All right, ready. So one of the things that you have to do as a cameraman is sometimes you carry multiple cameras. How's that feel, Levi?
I got 3. One's in the bag.
I asked him if he wanted to carry this GoPro too, just to try and break the record and carry 4 at one time.
Here we go.
This is the shenanigans of this type of hunting when you're not necessarily going full bore 9 miles back in, camp on your back. You can be a little goofy, carry a coffee cup around, and just bounce from point to point glassing till you find something to go after. And there's Snoop's always out ahead.
He's in a hurry.
He's always in a hurry.
I'm in a hurry, get things done on my...
A rushing tip, and life's no fun. Something like that. We're not singers.
There's a reason why we make up our own songs.
Yeah.
The mics sound really good.
Do they?
Yeah.
Be curious to see what how far away we can get with those.
Yeah.
We just went with a new audio system, which is a double lapel off of a single receiver, because that way we're getting, well, just better audio. It's always hard to get audio, and sometimes you need to get audio off both the hunter and the cameraman because they're out there together, and it's good to the conversation they have as they're stalking a deer can oftentimes
Be bleeped out.
well, yeah, you can use a lot of bleeps, but also it can help explain the story of what's going on. So we wanted to be able to mic up the cameraman, but in times past we've had to split channels or get rid of the ambient shotgun mic, and we like to have that. So anyway, we're trying this new system and we're pretty pleased with it so far. Be curious to see how far away you can get from the camera and still get clear audio though. Life of a cameraman.
Trying to move quick.
Snoops is already halfway out to the glassing deal.
He's impossible to video.
He is. He's not a user-friendly video guy.
You would think that, like, since he's ran a camera so much, like, I should probably slow down and let the cameraman
like he
catch
would
up.
be sympathetic, right?
Yeah.
No, bull. No.
I should probably slow down and let that cameraman catch up after he gets all this stuff together.
He's on. He's already gone.
Over the hill.
Yeah.
I'm going over the top.
You're going over the top. See how you are? Don't put a hole in that either.
Ooh.
Where we're going to right out here is a little point. A lot of times I like to actually be here at first light because the sun's right at your back. But yeah, so we should be able to see a whole lot more ground and property we can hunt even onto the neighbors to see if anything's coming out of that ag field over there. We're just gonna look around. If we don't find anything, then we'll probably send Snoops on a reconnaissance mission. He loves to sneak around and find them bedded, and kind of hard to do that with 3 or 4 guys walking around the woods. Well, we would call the prairie. This wouldn't be the woods. This would be the prairie. Ever tell you about the time that I stalked a deer in that windrow right there? And I got right up to that fence post, probably 20 yards away, thinking I was completely hidden. He was in the shade. Well, actually, there was like $5, but the biggest one was closest to me. He's in the shade. And I pop up, and I can see through the tumbleweed, and I think I'm perfectly hidden. They blow out, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I walk over to where they're bedding, and I look back, and you can see completely through that tumbleweed because of the way the lighting was. So I'm looking at him, and he looks hidden because he's in the shade. So I'm thinking I'm on the other side, I'm in the shade. There was no shade. Freaking buck sitting there watching me. Probably had watched me for 3 minutes before he freaking blew out of there. And I think I'm hidden. They saw us. I was like 18 yards from him.
How about that?
How about that?
That's a good idea.
How about you there, old son?
Dang, he got across there fast. When I was messing with it, I looked, he was walking off.
He ain't normal. Just a little update. So you'll notice our glassing partner is gone. Literally, Levi and I were just talking about it. Levi was getting some stuff ready in his bag and cameras and stuff like that as we're glassing, and then I was glassing over here in some of this area, and we turned around and looked up, and Tanner was about a half mile away already. He does that. That's why we call him snoops. Because he goes and starts snooping around, and he'll go find some mule deer bedded. But you can't hardly keep up with him because he's got legs that go up to his armpits. And he, look at, I don't know if you can see him, but he's all the way, literally, he's on that far point right now. And he just left. And it's not that he's blowing through country. He just walks that fast, and then he'll get up there and he'll glass. So it's an advantage, but it's like a horse that wants his head. Sometimes you just got to give him his head and let him go, and he'll come back and go, I got 2 bucks bedded. So I mean, that's what you do. You just let him do what he loves, which is snooping around. That's why we call him Snoops. What do you think about that?
Did you see anything?
I haven't seen anything. Did you see anything?
Let me go grab my bow real quick though.
Are you serious?
Just stay here. Don't worry about it.
Thanks for watching Outback Outdoors. We encourage you to comment below, and as always, like, subscribe, and click the alert to stay up to date on all our new videos.